There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Ache, ache, ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to stay. Fight for me, fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. I want you to fight for me. Shake me away, rip me from slumber and fight for me. I want you to fight for me, for me, babe. They say stand up for the things you can't stand to lose. Despite what my heart can't feel.
So I pick this one. I point again at the statue with the gold coming from his face.
This one's yours, Gunner. And I point to the statue hanging from the ceiling with one eye.
Would I be able to walk up to that statue?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
This is the one on the ceiling, right?
Yes, hanging from a stone branch. Yep. So what we're going to do is, it doesn't matter to me which one is which. We've got the little map there. So you go ahead and place yourself, and that's kind of where that statue will be. The only one that really kind of matters where it is the one all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, which is the one tucked away that we referenced as the one that had a weird no face, but also a smile. And for those watching, I'm going to put it up here on the screen. I hope.
So I'm going to assume that's this one over here. Kind of off in the corner.
Yes. Yep. That'll work. Perfect. There are 7 statues in this room. And there is a strange stone slab that is also strangely like a chest or some sort of container that was holding a bunch of copper plates that are engraved. And I waited to give the players what was engraved on them until literally a couple minutes before show start. So they're looking through those now. But essentially, we left off with that. You opening the chest and finding all of these, plates that have different engravings on them. And as you pull them out one by one, they each say the things that I've listed here for you in the Discord, so you can... And a reminder, underneath each statue, there are 4 spots where there's depressed stone where it looks like you're meant to put something there. They're all the same size, however, so you should note that even the plates where something is short or long, they all fit on the same size. So there's nothing to differentiate maybe where one should or shouldn't be, except for the nameplates. The nameplates are slightly shorter, and those are, so on the statue you'll have like a spot for a nameplate, and then underneath it you have 3 separate plates, one vertically on top of the other.
Who was holding the plates?
I
think Stalker opened it.
Stalker opened the thing, yep. to reveal them at least. I don't know.
Constantine had taken one out.
Ah,
Which plate did you take
Yes.
out, Constantine?
The tongue one.
oh yeah, that's right.
24.
He guides the tongue that cannot speak. And I turn to Esteban and say, "Oh, is that not you?"
I do not see a statue of myself here, luckily, so it must be someone else as well.
I hand it to you nonetheless.
I take it. They all say something different.
I'll drift over and start looking through the plates. I would like to count them and see if all of them have text on them, or if some are just pictures, or...
Very good. There is one that is blank. The rest, there are 33 of them. And then there are named ones, which are shorter in size, but they're all the same. All the name plates are the same size, and then all the other plates are the same. They have different inscriptions on it. However, there is one that is completely blank. And it is a name plate.
Okay, so one's blank. Some of them are named, and the rest have inscriptions in images, like a combination of them?
No images, just the text.
Inscriptions.
Yep.
Okay.
Are any of these discs different sizes?
So the nameplates are shorter, but the nameplates are all the same size as each other, but they're shorter than the other nameplate than the other plates.
I see. And if I were to walk over to one of these statues, there are 3 indents that could potentially be filled with these plates,
That's
and
correct.
one of them is shorter.
So there are 4 total. One that looks like it would fit a nameplate, and then 3 underneath it that are the same regular size, one on top of the other.
I believe we are meant to place the plates in the statues. No. This one here looks to be for the names.
That makes more sense. Yes. Than it being us or you, I suppose. Because if these were meant to be you, and I'm here in your friend's stead, then we'd be fucked, wouldn't we? All right, Gunnar, never mind. This one's not you. This one right here is Odin.
I'll walk back over and search the plates for the nameplate. Odin.
So you'll have to pick one from the list that was provided. I'm sure that you can recognize the one, but I'm just going to let you guys know I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. I'm going to let you guys pull from the list.
I lean down and I'm sort of looking through them, and I pull out Hermes, and I say, did you know that Hermes had a lover once? His name was Crocus. He accidentally killed him, and when his blood was spilled, it grew into the saffron flower that grows every spring.
I did not know that. You said that plate says Hermes on it?
That's right.
I will start sorting through the plates and gesture to Constantine. Make a pile of the plates that just have a name on it. I wonder if there's a plate for each statue. Maybe the statues are depicting different gods. from different pantheons.
Jawohl, chef. And then I start collecting all of the names and putting them out kind of side by side so we can see each of them.
I think once they're sorted, the rest of the plates will just kind of be scattered off to the side, which have longer inscriptions on them. If I'm not mistaken, the number of plates that have names on them is 11.
Sounds right to me.
What are the names? Can you read them out?
Yes. There's only 7 statues, so I think there might be extra. But there's Zeus, Kukulkan, Inanna, Odin, Hades, Ra, Baal, Shango, Apollyon, Hermes, and Inpu.
I am standing next to the strange statue in the corner. The faceless one. I wonder what these symbols are. Is there any way I can try to discern what they mean?
Yeah, you can roll for it. That'll be mental. That'll be your mental stat. But keep in mind, you didn't have anything really for occult down. Do you have anything for languages or anything else on your VTM sheet? Obviously not your PBU sheet. That kind of meant that you were varied and studied on that, because I can give you a shift if so.
One moment.
Mm-hmm.
Have good wits, decent intelligence, good investigation and awareness.
You don't have like academics or anything down?
No
Okay.
academics or occult.
Okay, we'll just do a standard mental roll then. And you've got your difficulty of 40. I think that sounds about right. Ooh, 5. So as you're looking at these symbols, I think you'll start to see your vision kind of blurs a little bit. Pain shoots through your temples, and you begin to sweat a little bit. It starts to look like perhaps they're going to form letters you would recognize and understand. But then they go back to symbols that you don't recognize, unfortunately. I'm trying to think if there's a way you would know this, but I don't think it's possible. You know what? Actually, I don't think you understand what's happening, but maybe you catch faint conversation, faint voices. You're hearing Moog, and you're hearing a couple of other people that you don't recognize, and they're talking about something. And I can't remember the exact dialogue, but for canon purposes, it's the scene where your other character was reading a book and talking about it and the symbols in that book. So you're hearing bits of that conversation for just a second.
Actually, it was a tome, not a book.
Thank you. A tome.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
The in real life, wild in actually caught on camera.
Well, it was a big topic of conversation.
Yeah,
and
we did go
Orcish
into
called it
detail.
a book, and then PB corrected him. So
And said it was a tome, so he's calling it all the way back to that.
I block everything out when people correct me, so I'm surprised I can't remember.
I've also listened to those episodes 14 million times.
Yes, you don't have OCD.
So just so that I am clear, you, Gunnar, are standing in front of the one that was hanging upside down, right?
I went back to look at the plates, but
Okay.
When I was over at that statue, how was it connected to the ground at all? Or is it
It's
do I see plates on the ground, like this empty spaces to put them in? Or
That's such a good question. Yeah, there's probably a plate under or like stone underneath where he's hanging so that you can see that that's where it goes, a designated spot. I'd say that everything is maybe underneath the statue because the statues are really tall. So they might be separate, but they're very clearly for the statue in which they're next to. I will say, though, that if you were looking very intently at this statue, to remind those watching and listening, this is the worn statue of a man hanging upside down by one ankle from a stone tree that connects to the wall. His other leg bends just slightly. His one eye is gouged, and a raven perches on each shoulder. His mouth is open. We said whether he was howling or chanting, you do not know. But when you look inside his mouth, you do see a faint etching inside, saying, "Only I know nothing."
So I grab Berate Odin, the nameplate, from the pile. And at first I walk it back over to the statue and I stare up at it. Think I would bend down and try to put the nameplate in the appropriate area.
Yeah. And as you press the nameplate in, you kind of hear a little clicking sound that shouldn't exist unless there was like a mechanical device somehow attached, but you hear it nonetheless. And it is securely placed, but no lights or anything. Nothing else changes other than that little click.
Which statue did he put it on?
He put it on the one where the individual is hanging upside down by one ankle from a stone tree. So we're gonna label this statue right now in the map so that I know. Shall we call this statue 1 for now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. All right.
I will walk over to the one of the tablets and study them for a moment before saying, I believe there are 12 nameplates here, not 11. The blank plate, I'm assuming, is the same size as the other nameplates. I will pick up the blank plate and I look to Cora and say, if there are 12, that leaves 21 other plates, which is 3 for each statue, exactly. There are no extras there. And then I'll walk over to the faceless statue and attempt to put the blank plate in it.
Okay. The same thing happens as you go to press into the depression in the stone. You hear a strange clicking sound as you place it inside, but nothing else happens.
When Stalker talks about the numbers, I'll double check and do some math. You said that every statue has 4 empty spots?
1 for a name and 3 for other plates. And there are 7 statues, which means the 21.
Yeah, 28.
Well, yes, but there are 12 nameplates, so there are extra nameplates, but no extra other plates.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll say that and go put the plate down, and I think I would stand there and look at the number of the nameplates and around at the other statues. And my eyes will catch on a couple of them, and I'll ask the room, does anyone know their mythology and pantheons for different cultures? How much reading have you all done?
I am familiar with a few of these. I am quite sure of who at least 2 more of these are. I point to the one that looks like a jackal with the scales.
Mm-hmm.
This one is Anubis.
I'm going to read this again here for you, for the audience as well. This is a tall, sleek figure with the head of a jackal, standing still with arms crossed over a scroll. His eyes are obsidian. A feather and a heart sit on a scale before him, both slightly tilted. Now, if examined, you will notice his shadow does not match his posture. It shows him walking forward.
And then I point over to the one which is called the light that burns. Do you want to read that one too? Or?
I'm so sorry. Say that again.
The light that burns, that one. If you wanted to describe it, that's all.
Oh, yes, I will. Yep. I just have their actual names on my doc. So I didn't know what you were saying at first. That's okay. I got it. So then there's another statue here, which is a young, handsome man carved with ethereal grace. He holds a lyre in one hand and a torch in the other. His face is cracked down the middle, and he's leaking powdered gold. A withered laurel crowns his head.
I believe that one is Apollo from the Greeks. A question. You know, I assume I know who these gods are by looking at them because I had paintings, I had a gallery and all this stuff, and I traded a lot. Would I know the other names for them aside from the ones that I know, that I Trenchmouth know? Which is fair if it's no.
I'm going to say no, because otherwise
Okay.
I'm just giving you the answers to the puzzle. So I think, yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't think I know. I don't think my character knows anything about.
I definitely don't know any of this. I'm going to have to rely on some old testing tricks here.
But I do.
I know some light Greek mythology. Other than that, no, not particularly. I look at Esteban when he says that the light that burns is Apollo. And I kind of frown for a moment. I don't know why, but I thought he was Hermes.
Yep, I said I believe it is. It has been a long time. But the lyre, the laurel around his head, the crack in his face I'm not familiar with. That seems like it could be Zeus after what has happened to him. I have seen him portrayed with a crack in his head before at the birth of one of his daughters, but that is why I said
defer
I
to you.
believe.
I like bow. I defer to you.
Considering I do not see the name Apollo here quite yet, perhaps we will hold off on that one.
Could Apellion not be it? Another way of saying it?
It is possible, but we don't know what happens if we get this wrong.
Well, we could pencil in our answers for the time being, yeah? You don't have to lock it in right then and there. We can move the plates over around the area.
I'll pick up the Apellion and I'll place it in front of that particular statue.
In front, but not in.
Not
correct?
in it,
Yep,
yes. I'm
okay.
just putting it
I was
there
just
so it's
checking,
over there.
Just checking.
And that is over where Constantine is.
We're going to say that that's statue 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Will 3 be the faceless one, since it's right along the bottom there,
Yep,
too?
we'll do that too.
Okay.
Yep, that sounds good.
What are the odds that there are no duplicate pantheons? Surely that will help us. So, Apollo is not from the same mythology, the same culture, the same history as, let's say, Odin. Yeah?
Right.
So, if we can get a couple more that we know locked in, and they aren't from the same source, then chances are that there wouldn't be any more duplicates, yeah? If 3 of them don't match out of 7. And then we can rule out. It's an old testing trick. I'm not the best with, well, reading, but process of elimination. If we have any gaps in our knowledge.
I think we're going to find that we will have gaps in our knowledge, so I think, yes, we might need to resort to process of elimination. What you said about the pantheon, though, you're right, there's different pantheons here. There's Greek and Egyptian, Mesoamerican, I believe. There's one thing that connects different stories of the gods and goddesses. Constantine just told us a story about Hermes and how, through his lore, was born a flower. That is one thing that ties them all together. Different gods and goddesses will oftentimes mean different things. They'll either rule the skies, or command storms, or govern fertility and birth. I wonder if some of the matching is for the gods themselves. And I gesture towards the plates. Zeus, for instance. He is the god over all, but he's also the god of lightning and storms. If I recall correctly from an Egyptian book that I read, I think Baal is also a god of lightning or storms or thunder or something nature oriented. I would pick up both plates. Are there any statues that remind you of storms?
Well, I think this one here, and I point to the twin flame, a proud man carved in dancing posture, both hands raised. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to be reading this.
Why not? You can.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. I read all of that in the last episode, so this is just recapping for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Both hands raised towards a storm cloud above. He wears a crown of drums and holds a double-headed axe. Lightning scars are etched into his chest.
Where does this Baal? Where is this? Who is he the god of? What people?
Egyptian.
We already have Anubis, which is quite Egyptian here as well.
And I mean, if this is Apollo, then this would be Zeus, and that would be a duplicate as well.
See if we could throw out Ra as well. If this is Anubis, which I believe it will be, it is quite plain. Not sure why the shadow is off. This is unknown to me.
And what about this one? And I go and I point at Kukulkan. I have never seen this before. Have you? And I turn to Cora.
By the spelling, I think it's something from Mesoamerica. I haven't read much about it, so I don't remember. Esteban, I don't believe you have seen much art from that part of the world?
I have not. But what I have seen, and I walk over to the big feathered serpent statue, which we will say is here.
So I'm just going to go because we've gone
around the other way?
clockwise.
Okay.
No. You can go there, but for numbering purposes, I'm going to say that that's 7 because we went
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and I'll just go clockwise around, right?
Sounds good.
Yep. Okay.
This is a great serpent coils mid-strike, its body adorned with stone feathers. One clawed hand stretches out forward, offering a kernel of maize. Its eyes look toward the heavens, but its mouth is full of carved stars. And I point into its hand. I say, well, this, I know where this comes from.
Where does it come from?
This side of the world.
Yes, I think that's South America somewhere.
But I am unfamiliar. This is a beautiful statue. I love to have this, but I've never seen anything like this before.
I vaguely remember hearing something about the feathered god bringing about creation or destruction or something. I believe it was either Aztec or Mayan or something of the sort. Well, if Kukulkan is from that part of the world, either it belongs with the feathered serpent.
I think that's the first time we've said a name 3 times, correct? Yes. So as you say that, you hear a sound of stone shifting, maybe a quick wisp and fire for a moment, and you look up for where the sound is coming from, and you see a word that lights up on the ceiling. Please hold. Feared is the word that you see.
Where on the ceiling?
Just like if you look up maybe in the center, because I see you're kind of like standing near that center plaque. So if you look up, it's just the word feared, lowercase, that lights up kind of somewhere in the middle.
Well, that's fun.
Feared.
Yep.
If we look closer at the ceiling, is there any indication that there's other words up there that are just not lit?
Yep.
What did you touch? How did
There's
this
a
happen?
sentence up there that you can barely make out. But yeah, you can see and I think the way that it would happen for Cora is you're looking and you're like, is there something else up there? And you notice there's a comma after feared. And you're like, wait a second. And then you slowly start to see there's a hint of something else. I thought you did it with Zeus, but I wasn't sure. I don't think you did. I think that was the first one.
The name was said 3 times. That's what Sonny was trying to get me to do.
That is what Sunny was trying to get us to do.
Yes. Cannot. Oops.
Definitely Hermes would have been said more than 3 times then, because I think I said his name a couple of times in the story, and then I brought it up again.
When you said you were disappointed, yeah. That it's
Yeah.
No, that was
Hermes.
only 2 because you said Hermes this, and then you said maybe it's not him. You didn't say her because you described the story and he gave it to his lover, and then you said, "Oh, I thought it was Hermes." Oh well then.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
be wrong, but I was trying
No,
to
I
keep
trust
track
you.
very discreetly.
Yeah.
It's one
Yeah.
Odin.
Yeah. I'm probably wrong. I was trying to do a million things
Now
at
you
once.
guys are
but you guys now
lucky
know.
Orcish isn't in this room because I would just say every god's name 3 times right now.
I'm about to. It's very tempting.
Booster Greg playing Orcish confirmed.
Does that mean it is one of the correct ones, or it is just one of them? Perhaps we should try one we are sure about.
Can I? Let me. I'm very excited.
I think it's worth a test.
Odin. And I think I said it once before. Oh, fuck. I'll say it again anyways. Odin. Nothing.
Is that good or is it bad?
Is it because the
that
plate is in
because-
it already? Let's see.
Oh, maybe.
Inpo.
Odin.
Inpo.
Another word will light up. Hold on. I have to scroll. Please hold. Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. Pick a number 1, 2, or 3, just randomly for fun.
1.
They were lights up, and it is like they were, and then there's quite a bit of space, and then feared, comma, lights up. So now you see that. So it looks like it says they were something, maybe. There's enough space for a little bit in there, and then it says feared, comma, and then there's more afterwards that you can't quite see. That's not lit up yet.
I reach out and I grab Cora's wrist. Not like super hard, but I'm like, it's that thing where you're like, hold on. And I'm looking up and I go, if all of these are gods, they want to be worshipped. And then I turn to look at her. Do you remember how they looked at us in the rabbit?
Like we were gods ourselves.
Then how do you worship a god?
Sacrifice. Prayer. Offerings.
I find it interesting that you not even once said love.
Perhaps she is Catholic. Oh, she did not say cold hard cash. Sorry.
Hang on.
As a Reformed Catholic, I agree.
I think there are enough gods and goddesses in the world for all kinds of offerings. Most of them, from what I've seen, require more violent things than love.
Yes, but shouldn't we want more? And I start flicking through the plaques again. I would like to pull out the one that reads, the lyre, the bow, the surgeon's blade.
And where will you put it, if anywhere?
I look back to statue 2, which is where we have Apellion laying in front. It might be too simple, but Apollo, great warrior. And if it is Apollo, he holds a lyre. Though, Surgeon's blade is a bit confusing to me.
Torch is a bit throwing me off as well as his split face, but...
This is why I thought it might be Hermes. At first.
That's the third time you said Hermes, though. You specifically have said Hermes 3 times in a row, so something else will light up on the ceiling now. Blood and song light up on the ceiling. So you see they were space, feared, another space, and then blood and song. And there's a period at the end of blood and song.
Ooh.
I want to reach down again and... How many missing plates do I have near Odin's statue?
There would be 3. Each statue has a spot for a nameplate, and then 3 plates underneath.
3 empty.
Yep, one on top of the other.
I will speak Odin's name 3 times.
How?
I've already done that.
And how do you do that? I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Because I think you would pronounce it correctly. Correct? Which I believe is...
I would pronounce it correctly
Othin.
3 times.
Othin, yeah. Othin,
No.
Othin. So he says it like that, and then yes, something will light up on the ceiling.
as soon as I saw the look from Pumpkinberry,
Yeah, I was like,
fuck me.
I was like, how do I say this? Because if I'm just like, and how do you do that? He'll, like it's not. I have to give it away. So yeah, it's like ooh or oh thin or something like that. So I apologize, but we know Gunner's history, so he definitely says it correctly. He doesn't have to roll for it.
Actually, Moog, it's Othin.
Point of order.
So underneath, so you see they were a blank space, feared, comma, blank space, blood and song, period. But then you see a full line, but names rot like bodies right after that. Lights up.
Names rot like bodies?
But names rot like bodies. So, and it's, by the way, this is laid out in 3 lines as well, just like the statues would be. So this is on a second line, and the whole second line opens up. And then there's something else underneath it that you can't make out either.
I will come in and over to Esteban, because I believe Esteban, where did you put the he guides the tongue that cannot speak?
I'm still holding it, I guess, yeah.
I think I'll take it from your hands. If it is who I think it is, he was the messenger, no?
You still believe this is Hermes?
Perhaps it is foolish.
Hold on. Apellion.
Is that how you appropriately pronounce it? I'm so glad you guys picked easy ones first, where I could be like, yeah, I know that's right.
I mean, my Greek accent, I could go down. Do you want me to go outside and get a Greek guy to come say it? Or just say it,
but I'm just, I'm gonna say that you do it appropriately. I'm not entirely sure how it would be correct, but it is part of the puzzle, so I'm gonna say yes that you do that. If you wanted to light up. You can roll for it, because I don't know if you know Greek.
I'll roll for it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm sure I would have traded with some Greek
I'm
people,
sure you
but
did.
that's fine. I'll roll for it.
I'm joking. So you see on the third line now, at the very, very end, speak them true, lights up. And there's a period after that. So on the first line, you have they were feared, blood and song. And the second line you have, but names rot like bodies. And on the third line you have, speak them true. But there's stuff missing from everything except for the second line.
So doesn't matter if they are correct, or both of them are correct. And this is more than one.
I am afraid as we count down to these words, we do not know what will happen if the entire inscription is lit up. And I do not feel any closer to knowing exactly which plaques go where.
Getting the answers that the shop rules apply, yeah? At a cost, perhaps.
Yes. It wouldn't do if we complete the transcription on the ceiling and then are dropped into a pit.
You think there's a pit underneath us? With like spikes and skulls from those who have failed this already? That's exciting. I think maybe a giant boulder comes down next, yeah?
I could always put you in the danger you ask for.
I would love to flirt with you right now, Constantine, but we have a puzzle to solve. And I have already gotten my thinking hat on.
Speak all of the names. Close.
I'll say Hades 3 times out loud.
They were once. First line. So it goes, now it says they were once. There's still a space before feared. And if you guys want to do that, that's like, if you want to go through and say each of the names, that's fine. Just let me know which ones you're saying when, if that's okay. If you just want to be like, and I say this one.
Kakul Khan.
Okay, and you say it specifically 3 times. Open on the 3rd line comes up at the front in the beginning. There's still room for something before it, and in the after it before speak them true.
Wait. He said Kokokan 3 times. The second time?
Just now he did, yeah.
Then maybe it doesn't matter which names we say, just how many times we say them.
How many have we said?
I didn't think we said Kakul Khan before, did we?
It was the first one.
Cora said it once.
That was when the
Maybe twice.
wisp of fire sound and Feared showed up.
Oh.
But it worked again, so...
Yeah, it did.
I have to get this
Ra is
out
the short
of
list, so
character.
we could just say that a bunch.
Yeah, I have to get this out of character. Ra, 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 ah, ah, ah.
I was gonna say.
Hola,
so-
ga, Roma, ooh la la.
That's the proper
ga, ga.
Egyptian pronunciation.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I would know.
And canonically,
Want your bad
Stalker does
romance?
that and starts dancing.
I want younger. I start dancing with you. We're in.
We are still both shirtless, by the way.
Pause up. Yeah, we're both shirtless. Wait, are we?
I don't actually know.
I think
Changes the scene a bit for me.
I think he is a little bit because he had to take his shirt off for the blood on his stuff, right?
Oh
He
yeah.
did
I
say
also
that
borrowed
happened.
your shirt.
Yep. Yeah, while you were gone.
Oh
we just-
yeah. I am
Oh, you were there
shirtless.
for that.
Okay.
Yep.
I was here for that. Yeah. Okay.
I would never take your shirt without you being here.
Topless puzzle solving.
Yep.
Okay.
totally.
Sorry. As we were. Continue.
So Constantine does not say it normally.
You say raw,
Or does he?
or does he?
Oh. Yeah. Ra ra ra.
Settle down, Tiger.
La, la.
puzzle was made so that she could
Ga,
just get
ga.
someone to say rah rah rah.
Feared lights up again.
Lights up again.
Again.
Ooh.
Oh, there are duplicates.
Wait,
Maybe.
I take
Which one lighted up for? Which one lit up fear last time? Do we know?
Kokokon. I take the Kokokon plate and the raw plate and put them together off to the side.
And which one just lit up for the second time before
Raw.
that? No, but right before
Oh,
that.
before
'cause
that?
Once.
Oh. Okay. Kokokon made feared, and open light up. And then raw made feared light up again.
Which was the first one?
The first one, what?
Wasn't that the first thing that lit up?
Yeah, feared. And so it
Yep.
lit up again.
Zeus. Zeus. Zeus.
Rot on the second line shows up again.
Rot?
Rot. Yeah, because the second line lit up all in one and said, but names rot like bodies. When you say
Rot like
Roos,
bodies.
rot
Okay.
comes up. Yep.
You
It
said
lights up again.
which name?
Zeus.
Zeus.
Causes rot to come up.
Which was already lit.
That's right. So was feared.
I'll shuffle through the plates again and find Shango and say, Shango, Shango, Shango.
Way on the third line opens up. So it goes blank, open, blank, way, blank, speak them true.
I turn to everyone and say, the one that lit up an entire line was Odin, yes? Othin.
Yes, correct.
Isn't Othin already placed in a statue?
Yes.
Then I would take the Zeus plate and put it in front of the statue that has the lightning bolt on it, which I think is the twin flame.
So this one is. Do not put that in there. That is not Zeus. At least not in any way I have seen him portrayed.
Yes, but the god of lightning.
As you said, I'm sure there are more than a different place, another god from another place, but this is not him. Those drums on his head. Is it cheating to ask what kind of features this person has? Are they of any note
Yes.
or culture or location?
The description you get is the description you get.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yep. Sorry. Otherwise, I think I will just be giving you answers to the puzzle.
That is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just a proud man wearing a crown of drums, holding a double-headed axe.
See, none of these things I would associate with Zeus except for the lightning.
Perhaps you're right. There's only 7 statues and many more names of gods.
Well, okay. I was going to say you have more in that description, but I'm not going to, if you guys want.
Esteban,
See,
you said you were sure about this one. And I point to the jackal-headed. You said it was what again?
Anubis. Anubis.
But there is no Anubis name, perhaps.
There must be another
There
name
is
for
another
him.
name.
Even one of
Can
these
we-
plates, it mentions the weighing the heart.
I hold
Can
up
we...
a hand. No, I think Anubis is here. I think Impu is another way of spelling it.
Then we should do that one. and see if it lights up another line when we say inpu.
Are
Okay.
you sure of this? Cora,
Yes, I remember reading about Anubis in the same book that I read about Ra and Baal.
then I will pick up the inpu and I will place it into the Anubis.
Yep, same thing
statue.
as before. You press into the depressed stone in this plate and you hear a strange click as you do so, as if there's some sort of contraption in this room that you cannot identify, but nothing else happens.
Which statue was that?
The jackal, he said, I think, which it doesn't matter which number you pick, but we have done 1, 2, 3, and 7.
Let us pick
Out of
4.
curiosity,
Yep, okay.
I tried to remove one of the plates or the Odin nameplate I placed. Tried to just see if I can take it out.
You can. You can absolutely take it out. And then if you put it back in, it still makes that same clicking sound.
Okay, I'll go back over to the plates then.
And you have separated now 2 piles, one with just nameplates, and then one with all of the other word plates.
Then go ahead.
I notice that he does that, and I say, should we test if it does something different when we know we're putting the wrong plate in?
Yes, and I pick up random plate. Say, completely randomly, I threw him, the sky feathered his back. Number 25.
Yep, okay. And you put it in which spot? 1, 2, or 3? So they've got 3 different levels of plates, one on top of the other, underneath this nameplate.
I'll put it in the top.
Okay. You hear the same clicking sound when you put it in, but nothing else really happens. You have 2 empty slots now on this statue.
I take that one out. And I pick up Hades. And I take out the Othin and put Hades in instead.
Okay. You hear the same clicking sound as you go to put it in, but nothing else really happens.
I take it out again and replace it with Othin. Actually, I put Hades back in and I say Hades, Hades, Hades.
Fed lights up on the wall. It is on the first line. So it now goes, they were once blank, feared, fed, blank, blood and song.
I replace it with Othin and say inpu, inpu, inpu.
You've already said inpu 3 times, correct?
I have.
That was one of the first names you said. Nothing happens.
Do you want me to try to say it? Stalker.
Yes, he's quite good at it.
I was expecting something to happen now that we have that tablet in what we think is the correct place.
Is it possible there are 2 puzzles going on right now, and one of them is meant for suckers?
I hope not.
What sort of sucker would we get?
Well, if there's one that has the knowledge of saying a name 3 times and gets fancy shit written on the ceiling, yeah? And there's another one that just has common mythology all splayed out that anyone with a library access can know the knowledge to. It seems to me one is for suckers normal people. Those who do not have the knowledge we have learned.
I suddenly stand up, and I'm rifling through the plaques again. Do you see this one? Othin. It says, "Only I know that I know nothing," right? And then over here on the plaques, these ones here. For wisdom I gave what I could not see, hung by my own hand. They're the only ones that refer to one in first person. Is that right? Oh, no, that's not right. I sang until the world was ash.
Until the world was ash.
I cured the plague, then called it back. But maybe
lament
not
now
all of them
for
apply.
thyself.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
I said, lament now for thyself.
Lament now for thyself. For those who have been engulfed by this darkness. For death is not their finale.
Oh?
Yes, it was, Miss Hale, upon our first meeting, had a tome in which she asked myself and my brothers and sister to read it, almost as a test. Some of us could, some of us couldn't. Some of us could see the original language in which it was written, which I think is better than being able to understand it, but that's just me. But that was the first passage.
I don't think it is.
Sanderson, nobody asked you what your thought was on this.
Sorry, that was completely out of character because my character is the one that.
Yeah,
you're. I think I rolled better than you actually.
I'm so sorry. Can I quickly check a thing, like an in-game thing, to see if any of us remember?
Yep. I was trying to think of if I could say this in a way in which would just trigger your memory, but without giving it away. But I think you're about to ask the question.
I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
Yep.
Or one of us read that.
One
yeah,
of you
I think
did.
I
I can't remember which one, and I don't know if you wrote it down, but
I think it was in the coffin place where the coffins were.
It was right above.
It was
right
over
above
the
the
door.
doorway. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. So you say that, and I go, oh, wait. I'm just going to assume I was the one that read it because I remembered it, okay? So just, we're going to retcon whatever happened in the past. Wait, say that again. Nochmal.
It was lament now for thyself and for those who have been engulfed by this darkness. For death is not their finale. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't mention she asked me what I thought it meant, and I thought it meant us. Kindred.
I turned to Cora. Do you remember? It was over the door.
Yes, I do. I also remember hearing it spoken out of the darkness when we left.
When I mentioned that I thought it was about kindred and about, I think I actually said us.
This is the most Constantine thing. I'm so sorry, Greg.
No,
Please
do
continue. No, I perceived your silence there for a second as an end to your sentence.
Nope, go for it.
I'm about to do the most Constantine thing ever. But I go, Constantine.
The entire phrase lights up. Now, I need to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to light up in a different color, and then the whole thing is going to flicker out, and only you know why. Do you remember why? That's not your name.
I know, yeah. Okay, so that happens. And I look at everyone, and I look kind of pissed a little bit, and frustrated. And then I Scheisse. Vanna Bauer.
So I think that the color that we saw, this is such a weird question, but it's a hyper-specific PBU question. According to Constantine, what color would you interpret for falsehood or a lie? Like if you were to see this around someone's aura and you were to go, that person's a fucking liar, or it's a mask or some sort of disguise, what color do you think that would be to Constantine?
Purple.
Okay, so then when it lit up, the whole thing lit up in purple and then went away. So originally it was lighting up in flame, in red and orange. And then the whole thing lights up in this purple, and then you've caused the whole sentence, the whole poem to go out. When you say this name, it's going to be in a different color. I'm going to say it's like a very faint pink. It kind of like lights up a little bit. It's pulsing like an ember, and then it disappears again slowly. But I need you to know there are different reactions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm so sorry. Can I roll to see if I can insight or interpret what this reaction is, why it's different in this way, why it still failed?
Absolutely. So difficulty 30, whatever your magic stat is.
Okay. 24.
I think maybe a conversation in the Lucky Rabbit, or different pieces and bits that you had. Maybe Sunny saying something in the shop. These things.
It's my name.
Yeah,
but it's not my real name.
What's your true name? It's your.
What's my true name?
Yeah, just like Othin, right? Like you're getting it wrong. It's close, but not quite. That's why it was flickering like that. Like it's something you identify with. It's one of your names, but it's not necessarily a true name.
I'm going to walk over to the statue that I have been drawn to the entire time. It has powdered gold coming from his face, right? Mm-hmm. Is it like actively pouring?
No. It's just, it looks
just
like somebody has placed it there after. Like a decorative piece. It's not actively pouring out.
Okay, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to touch it. Mm-hmm. Can I? Am I tall enough? Or is it like, okay.
I mean, it's pretty high up. Like, it's a tall statue, but I can't, you're a vampire. You could probably just fucking jump up and grab it if you wanted to. Like, I'm not going to stop you from, you guys are like panthers, essentially.
I'm just going to, like, touch the gold and kind of, like, trace it. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to think of what my true name is. And I remember giving a name in the Lucky Rabbit, or I remember giving a name. Mm-hmm. No, I always said Constantine. I said Constantine because I knew it was not my real name, so I felt comfortable giving it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what my true name is. Can I, like, soul bond with this statue and it can tell me my true name?
I will always let you roll to try cool shit.
Yes, I would like to try this cool shit, even though...
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You need to roll a 1, 11, or 22, or 33. For what you want to have happen, get even close to happening. It's not going to be exact, but...
Yeah. Okay, well, no.
Yeah, there's nothing when you look at the statue.
It wants our true names. Not our birth name. Or the ones we've given ourselves. It wants what the universe gave us.
Is that something any of us knows?
You could try.
That was so satisfying as a GM, dude. Oh my god, Greg, I love you so much.
I know what I have to do. I just don't know how to do it.
Oh god.
I know. I think I've gotten.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. That was. Mwah.
Wait, I don't know if I realized the same thing that Greg realized when he reacted, but I had a moment. Constantine says this, and my eyes drift to Moog, and I look at him and say out loud, Moog, Moog, Moog.
Okay, roll for me.
What the fuck is happening?
This is the sauciest roll for me I've heard in a long time.
What difficulty?
It doesn't. 30. It doesn't matter. I'm looking
We
for
get some
the.
buses.
I'm
We
looking
are in
for
a
the
bad
1,
habit
the
of
11,
not
the
getting
22, or
buses.
the 33, bro. Oh my god, so close, so close. I was looking for a 1, 11, 22, or 33. She rolled a 2. I'm gonna, but something crazy is still gonna happen here. It's just not what I was looking for exactly. But as you say, Moog, 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 you are suddenly, I don't know how. It's not from Ishna, though, to be very clear. I don't know how you get this knowledge, but this is not a name. This is an acronym. It stands for something.
I've been saying this since day fucking 1.
Would you like to say anything now?
We know you won't stop.
It's my character. My character wouldn't stop.
In between
Orcish.
them?
It's called
You're always.
roleplay.
You've been in character since I met you.
And so have you.
All of it.
Oh, God.
Can I ask a question?
Always.
I think I might want to roll for it just so that it's not just like me asking the GM to give me information.
Yep. I'm pretty good about saying I cannot tell you that because it'll just spoil the puzzle. So don't worry.
Is my true name something that I can know or define, or is it something that is given to me by a outside force?
I cannot answer that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
How high up is the ceiling?
20 feet? 25 feet?
How tall are the statues?
About 7 feet? 7, 8 feet. They're pretty tall.
I would like to. I'd like to leap on top of one of the statues that has something that I can stand on.
Are you trying to get to the ceiling or get a better look?
I'm trying to get closer to the ceiling.
All you need to do is ask, my friend. I can get you up there.
Are you saying that to me as I'm on top of a statue?
Yes, I can get you closer.
Very well.
All right. I look over and I say, I might have forgotten to mention this. And I put my hand on the statue and I Spider-Man climb up it.
That's right.
And then how would Moog do this? Probably the same way I would. I am going to... Oh, no, that wouldn't work. That'd be funny if I just firefighter carried you up.
I think that you twirl around and you're in a full Spider-Man costume all of a sudden.
And then I say, and you get a web, and you get a web, and you get a web.
That's too fucking... 2 times you've done this to us! Twice you've done
No,
this.
I would say, hold on to my back. And I would, if you hold on. So it's like how Mary Jane holds on to Spider-Man when they're web slinging. around.
So I'm upside down and we're kissing. We're doing an upside down kiss.
Yes, and it's raining, and it's quite difficult for you because the rain gets up your
I
nostrils.
pull your mask down.
I was just gonna say that's it. That's
so I can exposes your incredible chin.
I've never watched anything harder.
Okay.
We can tell from here.
So I'm going to jump to the nearest wall, I guess, and then climb to the ceiling and be on there.
Okay.
Can I touch
you
the ceiling now?
Yeah.
Is it
Yep. He's
It's
on the
there.
ceiling. You are on the
Exists.
ceiling. Yep.
there are indentations where the words would be?
Yes. You're not going to be able to read them. They're in the same symbols that are on the statue
see.
that is formless until they light up.
Then I bring my lips very close and I whisper my name.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
I'm going to ask you the same question. If you were to, if you looked at someone's aura and the color told you that they were being deceptive, what color would it be? You.
Like an orange.
Okay.
An orange.
Okay. Then it's gonna light up blue and do the very similar to what it did with Constantine, where it kind of flickers a little bit. It's faint and then dissolves.
I jump down and say it has nothing to do with your true name.
I want to roll to see if I could hear his true name because
Yeah, you were right next to him.
I was right next to him.
I don't see why not. Go for it. And the way that we did this before is that we had the opposer set the difficulty. So, Orcish, what do you think?
1.
I'm Batman.
I don't know. You were pretty close, but I was also speaking very quiet, so maybe a
You were on
40.
his back.
You're on my back. There's no way you could get to the wall without being next to my ear, and I have vampire hearing.
I would
Okay.
say
Would you
it's
just want to know it
pretty-
then? I don't care.
Well, let's.
You
I
just
mean,
want-
rolling is fun, but you can
I
tell
can
him
roll-
if you want to.
You can message it to me as well.
Yeah. Just
That would be-
send it to him in a DM.
He could have been monologuing and not heard it.
Could have been
Yeah.
internal. Man, this is so
Yeah.
cool. Spider Moog. Spider Moog. That's whatever. Spider Moog, do.
Okay, I'd like to set the difficulty to 70.
Okay.
Difficulty to 70.
Go for it. Roll.
The
difficulty
only 70 difficulty ever.
73, I failed. Look out.
So it's
He
just
is
like
a spider
he says
Moog.
something, and then you're like, "What did you say?" What was that? God, that was perfect, and that is
That
why
was
we roll,
amazing.
motherfuckers. It's way more fun. Okay. That was perfect.
I'm sorry, did you say you were done? You want to get down now?
I jumped off of you. I'm on the ground.
I didn't even notice. That's what that got me.
Wait,
Right.
what? Where are you?
Huh? This is so cool.
Yeah, and I say it has nothing to do with your true name. Or at least
What do you
your
mean?
true name will not light it up.
Or you don't know your true name.
That is incorrect.
How can you be so sure?
I have never been more sure of anything in my entire existence.
Well, sure, you can be sure about something with 110% certainty doesn't make it right.
Moog,
So, yes.
try saying my name 3 times.
Is that your real name?
Just try it.
Cora, Cora, Cora.
I want to see if anything happens.
Everyone's going to see something different here. So, whatever your color is, whatever color you would associate with falsehood, whether you recognize this or not. So, this, I want to be clear here. You normally have to be taught how to recognize what you're looking at here with these colors and auras. Cora, you might get a sense. because you've studied magic a little bit. But otherwise, these just look like colors to you guys, and I don't know if you realize that you each are seeing something different here. But whatever color would instinctively to you, or your character rather, represent a disguise, it's not that color, okay? But it is going to light up and flicker just like it did with Constantine's, and then die down a little bit. And by Constantine's, I mean not the fake name, the other name, the birth name. And this
So the
is
same
just,
thing happens for everyone, but it's different colors.
Yes, because
to them.
I want you to be able to associate later when I tell you that someone's lying to you and you can see their aura. You need to be able to go, okay, that's the color with lies, and not associate it with this, because this isn't a lie. It's just a less powerful version of your name. If it's said enough, if it's referenced enough through history, if you do enough, then surely it will be stronger and it will light this up a lot more. But right now, it's not as strong.
Damn it, I have an idea, but I think I just got the idea because of what you just said, and that was, like, said to Cora and not me. And so therefore, I cannot follow this idea, never mind.
Are you sure?
Well...
You can always ask. You can always
okay,
ask,
well,
and we can always say no.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just said something about it being referred to through time.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the only thing that we would have been referred to would be the color of our coffins in the last however many hundreds of years that we were locked up, right?
Mm-hmm. That would be your assumption, yes.
Yeah. From that piece of information. So I would like to say gold, gold, gold.
Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and roll for me.
Okay. It's my weakest offer when it comes to the name situation. But what am I rolling?
Whatever your magic stat is.
Magic stat, okay. And difficulty?
30. I'm still looking for something crazy, like a 1, 11, 22, or 33.
Yeah, okay. No way.
The falsehood color for you will light up.
Okay.
Yep.
I start to huff around, and I'm like walking around petulantly, kind of stomping my feet. Es macht keinen Sinn. Was für ein Scheiß du laberst? Ein Name. Welches Name? Ich hab so viele Namen.
While Constantine is ranting and pacing around the room. I think Gunnar was still by the plates, correct? Okay, I didn't want to interrupt while you guys were speaking, but when they say the whole line of the poem, Lament for Thyself, you will see 3 different nameplates that say that as you're looking through. So you could pull those nameplates out if you want.
Okay, I do that.
Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt as you guys were going, but yeah.
Also would like to grab some nameplates that I thought might be relevant.
Yeah.
And I grab Hung by My Own Hand.
Yeah.
For wisdom I gave what I could not see. And I also grab I sang Into the World Was Ash. Okay. And I want to try to put them into my slots.
Okay. Which is going where?
Is there like some of them are longer than others? Are they all the same size?
They're all
like
the same plate size, yep. So even if the words are longer, the plates are all the same. So there's no indication as to which goes on which line, unfortunately.
I'm just going to try Hung by My Own Hand, and then For Wisdom, and then I sang from top to bottom.
Okay, and what color to you would represent an old truth?
say like a dark blue, like a navy blue.
And just for a second, the hung by my own hand lights up like that. Just a fraction of a second as you put the plate in, but the other two do not.
Me and Zambi are soulmates. Because I was going to say dark blue. I would have said dark blue. Soulmates.
It's a whole thing. I could sit down and have a whole discussion about like what colors mean what to what people. It's like it's fucking awesome. Depending on where you grew up, you know, how old you are, you know, you might have different interpretations based on media and popular culture. And yeah, it's, I love it.
I'm gonna switch the bottom two in different.
So what's the bottom one now?
So it will be, the bottom one would be for wisdom.
Yep, it lights up just for a second. But the middle one does not.
What about the middle one does not? Okay.
And this is lighting up only to you, to be clear. Yeah, and it's only for a second. Yep.
I'm gonna remove the middle one and bring it back to my hand. And I'm gonna look up to Odin.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of whisper under my breath, Gunnar, Gunnar, Gunnar.
Go ahead and roll for me.
Okay.
Whatever your magic stat is. And to be clear, what we have right now is Othin, the nameplate is in there. The first one hung by my own hand. The second one is blank, or you left the other one in there?
I took the second
Yep,
one out.
the second one is blank, and the
remains.
third one says for wisdom I gave what I could not see. All right, go ahead and roll for me.
Roll difficulty for mind.
30. I'm still looking for crazy stuff. You guys are trying batshit insane stuff. So it doesn't really matter.
I
You
need
can
to
go whatever.
unbind my OBS scenes for my keypad.
Oh, it's just keep switching. Yeah.
It's like press 3 and it goes black. 87.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that nothing really changes other than you whispering your name, but I will say that there's like a little bit of a flutter of a feeling in your belly for just a second as you do this.
I'll whisper again. Yildar. Yildar. Yildar.
What name is this, good sir?
Hilda.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. Go ahead and roll for me.
Okay.
Same thing. Looking for something insane like 11, 22, 33, or 1. There's always a chance.
$67.
A flutter in your belly again, but nothing really visibly happens around you.
Okay, walk back over to the pile of the plates and set the other one down.
I'm still sort of stomping around petulantly, and I'm going to snatch up a few of the plates. I'm gonna grab Hermes. He guides the tongue that cannot speak. The sky feathered his back, and the lyre the bow, the surgeon's blade. And I'm going to walk over and put Hermes in the nameplate of the statue number 2. Then below it, the lyre, the bow, the surgeon's blade. The sky feathered his back. He guides the tongue that cannot speak.
So whatever color to you represents like an old truth will happen just for a fraction of a second on the first one. It's like a moment where you're like, did I see that or did I not see that? For the first one only.
The name, you mean? Or
No,
the first okay.
sentence, yeah.
Yeah, the lyre, the bow, the surgeon's blade. Okay.
I was also looking at the tablets and I saw you take one that I was studying and I follow you. And I say, I believe this one belongs with that serpent creature And I point at the sky feathered his back.
Apologies. And I hand it to you.
I'll take it. No one else wants to go. I'll take that one and this is based purely on what I see in the statue. I take the sky feathered his back. He came with maze and thunder, and he taught men to count the stars. I think I do. He came with maze and thunder. The sky feathered his back. He taught men to count the stars in that order on the feathered serpent.
And is there a nameplate?
I wouldn't know that, but I know that.
Okay.
There's not. I don't think we've put one on there yet.
We haven't put one on there yet.
Okay.
But Cora did assume that was that one.
What?
Okay.
Which one?
That Cuckoo Khan.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do Cuckoo Khan.
They each, as you put them into place, he came with maze and thunder. That dark blue kind of lights up for a fraction of a second. The sky feathered his back also lights up, and he taught men to count the stars. And I'm assuming you have put the very first original name for Quetzalcoatl in here. And the statue will then absolutely light up. And it kind of sort of, for a moment, comes to life, and you hear the grinding of the stone as this creature moves for a moment, probably in a glorious display of feathers and stars, and it's very overwhelming at first, kind of as you watch this thing come to life. But it feels like you're watching a moment that was then recorded like into a myth. Like this is a legend that you're watching, and that's the feeling that you get when you look at it. And then all of a sudden, when you blink again, it's just stone, and it's been stone the whole time. But the plate is now lit up. You have successfully identified this statue.
But is it lit up for everyone, or just me?
No, it's everybody can see it. Yep, it's all lit up.
That is, you have
it's
done
different
it.
colors for everyone,
exciting.
but yeah.
I have been looking at these plates, and I take 3 of them over to the statue of the man who looks like he's dancing. Who I don't know his name yet, but I put them down. They are.
Can you tell me the name that I gave in the description?
What, the numbers of the plates? I have the.
No,
the twin flame, the proud man carving and dancing posture.
Yep. Okay.
So I have, and I tell everyone, I say, look, I have where he dances, false crowns fall. His axe, because he has an axe, knows justice and rage, and he speaks in thunder and fire. So, and you can see on his chest there is the lightning, and the other one had thunder, so I was not sure, but you have solved it. We just need to know his name.
Which plates do you have right now? 3?
I have 22, 32, and 7 for our list.
His axe knows justice and rage. Where he dances, false crowns fall, and he speaks in thunder and fire.
What do you think of these here? I don't know who this is, but just from the look of him.
And for those listening, a proud man carved in dancing posture, both hands raised toward a storm cloud carved up above. He wears a crown of drums and holds a double-headed axe. Lightning scars are etched into his chest. And if you examine this statue very closely, which you are doing, it will vibrate faintly, and you will hear the sound of thunder rumbling in the distance.
I will put them in this order.
Okay.
He speaks in thunder and fire. His axe knows justice and rage. Where he dances, false crowns fall.
Whatever color to you would be an old truth, not just true, but like the truest of the true. That's what happens as you put these into order. But the statue doesn't light up or anything because there's no nameplate, right. I don't think. Yep.
I believe these are correct. We just need to know his name. Also, I must say, there are 3 of these that refer to a she or a her as well. They are... I run over because I have separated them. And they are she shed 7 silks descending, which is a very good tongue twister. Very hard to say for me, especially like this. No man dared to stop her at the gate, and she rose from death with blood on her lips. Now, I don't know if these are all the same for her or if there's another, but perhaps they are this one, a woman.
We're talking about the twin flame, right?
See.
Well, just
But
now
he's
he was
still-
referring to
Yeah, I was
a
referring to
different
it.
statue.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
The,
Okay.
the woman.
The queen below.
Yeah, the woman carved in dark stone. She stands on the first step of a carved staircase that descends down into earth. Her arms are bare. Her hair is braided with bones, and her eyes are closed. Vultures nest in the folds of her robe.
I think talking about that will make me realize there's two names we still haven't said 3 times. So I think I would start by saying Inanna 3 times.
Yep. So the whole thing has been wiped clean and nothing lights up. So when you say that, worshipped lights up on the ceiling. And it is after where you might remember they were and before feared. So it's on that first line, worshipped lights up.
Okay. Esteban, you have the plates that you were just talking about?
I put them together over on the side by the box.
Okay. I would take the Inanna plate over to them, and I would put them in the statue of the woman in the order of... let me get the full phrase. She shed 7 silks descending. No man dared stop her at the gates, and then she rose from death.
With blood on her lips. So whatever color represents like an old truth to you, they light up as you place in. She shed 7 silks descending. And then again, no man dared stop her at the gate. And finally, she rose from death with blood on her lips, and the statue comes to life. And for a moment, it looks like she's walking down these stairs, and she's looking right at you, and you can see the blood dripping from her mouth. And then all of a sudden you blink, and she's been nothing but stone the whole time.
That's so cool.
Yeah, second statue is correct.
As this happens, very excitedly, I run over and grab the Shango plate, because it was either this for me or the one she had just used, and I bring it over to the one of the dancing man with the axe, the twin flame, and I put it in the name.
Yeah, and
Plate.
Whatever strikes true for you lights up here. And the statue again comes to life. You see, it's almost like you see lightning in the stone storm clouds above. You hear that rumble of thunder again, and the drumming a little bit, and it looks like he's moving, and the scars on his stone chest light up, and he turns to look at you and make eye contact with you for a moment, like he's acknowledging you, and then he's been nothing but stone. You have correctly identified another statue. Congratulations.
Can we do something really quickly and just mark off the ones that in this list that have been taken?
Yes, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... can somebody copy the text and I'll just delete mine, and then you guys can... Somebody can cross
that
stuff
sounds
out.
good.
Yep, okay. Perfect.
I do already have it copied. It's just in a weird order now as I've been moving puzzle pieces around.
Oh, yours didn't have the numbers, Mergs.
No, it didn't keep
I
the
don't know why
numbers.
it didn't do that. Okay. Well,
I
I
can
will
do
do
it
it. I'll do it.
manually.
I got it. I can do it.
You sure?
Yeah. I can do it. Anyway, you guys continue.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Where is Gooster Breg?
He's not in this show. That's Fridays.
That's Fridays,
For
buddy.
Don't Die.
Fridays.
Yes, where
You say don't
anyone
die?
can help support the channel and the wonderful stories.
Yes. Where is Moog? Is he still on the ceiling?
Moog is right now, as everyone's kind of doing their puzzle pieces. There are he's staring at the plates, and there are 3 that are jumping out at him. And he and I look like I am struggling with something.
I say, super creepily, I am behind your shoulder. I don't want to say you didn't notice, but it's very possible.
It's possible because your other character sneaks up on Moog regularly.
And I say, do you think your tablets belong with the faceless one?
Yes. And I know which of these pieces goes with it.
What does that mean?
I know how to finish the faceless statue. I don't know if I want to.
Do you think the blank tablet I put in is correct?
Yes. In a sense, I think it needs to be filled out, written on, engraved. I suppose it's time now then, yeah?
If you can do it.
I kneel down and I pick up. Lament now for thyself and for those engulfed by this darkness, and also for death is not their finale.
And you put them in a row?
Yes,
in
I
that
put
order?
them in the
Okay.
faceless one, as it. I'm assuming this one looks like my reflection.
It does, actually. And it is a blank nameplate. Sorry, I'm trying to cross these off and not accidentally cross off the wrong thing here, so I'm just going to hit save for now. And it's got the faceless plate up top, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Roll for me, please. Whatever your magic stat is.
Absolutely. And what would the difficulty be?
30, but I'm looking for crazy numbers.
Okay.
Oh,
A failure. Wait, no.
Oh,
99 doubles. Fuck.
You got some crazy numbers.
that's a
right
magic
there.
number. Just not the right type.
One of the statues comes to life and eats Gooster Breg.
Fuck.
You actually finish the statue. You don't have a towel.
Okay. I think I'd like you to obviously RP it out, and I normally never ever tell you guys how you feel unless there's magic involved. So there is magic involved where basically fear has been cast on you when you look at this statue. It is correct. So it will do what it has done when all the other statues have done, where it kind of like comes to life for a moment. But it looks like instead of the other ones where it was kind of like fantastical and almost heroic in a weird way, this one is strange. It's like its body is jerking as if it is being electrocuted. There are maybe many faces that kind of come through and try to push through this facelessness on this original statue. And you just feel overwhelming sense of fear and the desire to run far away from here. This is you. This is your future. you're convinced.
No. We need to get out of here. We need to leave right now. We have to get the fuck out of here. Finish the puzzle. I don't care. Break down a fucking wall. We need to get out. And I scurry. I think I've fallen at all of this terror and fear. The face is coming out, and I'm scurrying backwards, and I go directly, and I'm at Cora's feet. And I look up. We have to go right now.
I reach down to help him up.
I can't explain it. We need to go. We need to leave. This is all wrong.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
Or worse, maybe it's all right.
Like...
I don't...
You will die in here, Moog. You're never leaving this place.
No. I will not die in here. Do you understand me? Cora, I will not die.
Die in here?
I need to protect the others. I need to get them to safety. I need to get them to somewhere where no one will find them.
There's no danger right now.
There's danger everywhere. Do you not see it?
I look around and, a little distressed by his reaction, I would send out my awareness and sense if there's anything to be found.
Yeah. You can go ahead and roll for me too. Looking for crazy numbers still.
40 or 30.
Whichever you like. I'm still looking for the 1, 11, 22, and 33. I would allow 44 for this one too.
6.
Okay, that is an incredible roll. Not quite what I was looking for, but it's still really good. So I'd like to give you something else. I'm going to DM it to you. And this is my instinct.
Dams.
And I don't know if you how that comes about when you're looking at him. But when you look at him and to the statue for just a moment, it looks like Moog has been carved there in that stone. It looks exactly like him.
Okay. I think I would help him up and just kind of hold his arms or his hands, whatever he would let me hold on to. And
I'm shaking violently.
Listen, you weren't here the first time we came here. If you want to wait outside, you can.
I can't. It won't let me. I can't. I'm stuck in here. I'm gonna die in here. I can't die in here. I need to get out. I need to get out. And I look at Stalker. And I rush over. Give me the dagger. Give me the dagger right now. Right now. Give me your dagger. Right now. The one that I don't care. I will go live with the million eyes in the sky. I do not give a shit. I need to get the fuck out of here right now.
I would slap him really hard in the face.
What the fuck? Just give me the fucking dagger and you'll never have to see me again.
And this sort of sounding reverberation of this slap off the stone walls.
Although,
I mean, we can roll for it if you want.
I think, truthfully, I think he's too out of it and too scared to be what the, I don't think he would fight you. I think he's kind of out of it. So, for sure.
It would be like a pretty hard slap. I don't think I was trying to knock you out, but I was trying to focus your attention.
Yeah. And
I don't think it's going to work with the 99.
I was going to say the 99 can be gone now. It's up to you if you want to still play the residualness, but the
pretty hard.
magical fear that was placed on you is now gone. That doesn't mean you're not still feeling fucked up over it. You know, it's like the post-anxiety attack.
Control your fear.
How do you control your fear when you know your end is nigh?
If your end is nigh, what good will fear do you?
Fear is wild. It's an emotion that none can contain.
Fear is a tool to be used. You just have to know how.
My hand is on... I think it's on where I think you would keep the dagger. So it's probably on your chest somewhere. My hand is still shaking.
I think, are you looking for it? Are you trying to take it out?
Yes, I'm trying to find it. Oh, I was trying to find it in my frenzy, and I think I still am. Because I'm trusting the fear.
You can put your hand on it, but mine will go on top of yours. And I won't let you take it out.
Please. Get me out of here.
I look to Cora.
I'm looking bewildered and kind of at a loss for what to do.
Well, clearly we have to fix this, solve the last puzzle, no? I'll do mine, and then we can go.
What if that dooms us all?
Darling, we are gods here, apparently. We'll be fine. And I give you like a little smile, like a warm little cheeky smile.
I can't believe I'm the one saying this. When has hubris ever done anyone any good? We are not gods. I think I've seen a god.
Question for you. Do you
Yes.
think the gods concern themselves with hubris? I'm not saying that we are gods, but someone thinks we are. Is that not enough to be one?
I don't think so. I don't think acting the part is the same as being the part.
I look at my remaining statue. It doesn't make any sense what I'm going to choose. But perhaps it feels the most right. I pick up, I leave Hermes, and I leave the lyre, the bow, the surgeon's blade. And then I pick up Only Silence May Pass the Gate, and I sang until the world was ash. And I put them in that order. So
Okay.
I leave the lyre. Yeah.
They do not light up.
Okay. Scheisse. I start just collecting the remaining ones that are there, and trying to make sense.
As
I'll
you're
come
doing
over.
it,
Oh, go ahead.
I'll grab, because I have one left. I'll grab, number 6, The Heart is Weighed Without Witness, and, a whisper carved in wood.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go back over to my statue, and I'll try first, The Heart is Weighed Without Witness.
Nothing
in
happens.
the middle slot.
Yeah.
I'll try the whisper plate.
It lights up in that second slot. And I think when this comes to life, I think you hear the creaking wood and the hanging rope. And I think you hear the ravens and they're moving. But he makes no move. His mouth still agape, and he's staring at you with that one eye he has remaining. And then the statue seems like it's been still the whole time. But you have completed, Dothan.
Connor, give me the one about the heart.
I walk back over to the pile and hand him that plate.
Thank you. So I go over to the, Inpu now.
Mm-hmm.
I say, okay, this one is clear. He's weighing a heart against a feather. He's, before you go into the afterlife, he does this to see if you are worthy. Very judgmental, but, he is a god. There is, perhaps, I am not sure, but perhaps this one, only silence may pass the gate. If it means the gate of death into the afterlife, perhaps it is this. And because it means silence, perhaps it is the tongue that cannot speak, or is this one lit up already?
Sorry, say that again?
He guides the tongue that cannot speak. Is that one in another statue already?
No, I just grabbed it and it didn't work for me.
Yeah.
Perhaps bring this one over here since it matches the silence.
I kind of reach it out. I'm staring at my statue. I reach out behind me, handing it to you.
Grab it. If people are around, I say, what do you think? Which order do you think this should be? If it is these three. The heart is weighed without witness. Only silence may pass the gate.
So for those listening, this statue is the tall, sleek figure with the head of a jackal and standing still with arms crossed over a scroll. His eyes are obsidian instead of stone like every other part, and a feather and a heart sit on a scale before him, both slightly tilted.
If nobody has any suggestions, I put them in that order. 6, 14, 24. The heart is weighed without witness. Only silence may pass the gate, and he guides the tongue that cannot speak.
The first one will light up in whatever color you think is old truth.
I flip the bottom two.
Yeah, and then they will light up as well. And what is the nameplate that you have here?
Inpu.
Yep, the statue will then come to life. The weighted scales are now moving back and forth for just a moment. His obsidian eyes lift up from the scroll and acknowledge you, and they move over you as if he is inspecting you as well for a moment, and then everything stops and he is still again.
I am very excited.
Yeah, you have completed Inpu.
I'm trying to keep track of everything that we've done so far. Can you? I'm sorry, I was in the middle of crossing some out. Can you repeat those three?
6, 14, and 24.
Cool.
Nice, Margish. Thank you for helping me with that.
Helps a lot.
I'm staring at the statue and kind of whispering to myself and going through these plaques. I'm looking a little, not normal and not at ease. I'm going to pick up where he dances false crowns fall.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't we? That was in another statue, right?
Oh, was it?
It is, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So let me write down the ones. I'll write down some numbers.
Okay, sorry. I'm catching up on which ones are remaining. Yeah.
So the number 30 is gone, Orcish. That one's done.
Okay.
And technically, the lyre, the bow, the surgeon's blade lit up.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping it there.
Yeah.
So as we look at all
I
the
think
ones
you may
that
have
are
had
left,
one other one light up too, but I can't be sure, and I don't want to say it now.
No, I think that was the only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 and 9 are also gone as well as 11.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
and 7.
Yes.
So I feel like the only ones that are left are the ones that I would be picking. I think it's only the Lyre, the Bow, the Surgeon's Blade, where no, not that one. I cured the plague, then called it back. I sang until the world was ash. I'm going to do it in that order.
They light up. And then this statue, what nameplate do you have in here?
I have Hermes.
Nothing happens. They light up, but the statue does not come to life.
Okay, I pull out the nameplate and then I'm looking around. I'm gonna put Apellion in there.
The statue will come to life when you do that.
I cast a look to Esteban.
Yeah, he is like playing the lyre, I think, and for a moment, and then he reaches out for this torch that he then had, right? And then he brings it down to you to look at you and tilts his head as he investigates and acknowledges you. And then he is back to still stone. I believe. Is that all? I think
that's all of them then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I think
was
that
the
is
last,
all of them.
yeah.
That was the last one. Congrats, you guys. So then the ceiling will light up. And now I have to scroll back up. I'm so sorry. You know what I'll do? I'll do this. They were once worshipped, feared, fed with blood and song, but names wrought like bodies to open the door, know us and speak them true.
Apellion, Apellion, Apellion.
No. Stop. Stalker, please.
I remove his hand from the hilt and I'll take the dagger out.
Inpu.
I reach out to the dagger.
I pull it away from him and say, this may make everything worse. And I look down on it and I see something carved in it for the very first time.
Please, give it to me. You just open up something. You can keep it, even though it says my name on it. Sorry, I thought I was being funny at the time.
Is your name?
Yes, it says Moog, M-O-O, and I look at the blade.
I show it to him.
What the
and
fuck?
I say the name out loud.
Do it.
I want to make sure I get it right, and I have it written down here somewhere.
It's Zunathar.
Zunathar. Yep. Yes, it is. Zunathar?
Zunathar.
3 times.
Zunathar.
You have said it once, Stalker, and Moog, you've said it twice.
Fuck me. I look at Cora.
I've been watching him, like, conflicted.
If I say this name one more time, it could be the end for me. Or one step closer to it, at least.
Zunathar.
I need your word. I know.
Okay.
I need your word. Whatever happens next, you protect them. They cannot die.
Well,
This can't be all for nothing.
yes, of course. The plan
promise.
hasn't changed. I promise, but you are part of that. You and your brothers and sisters got mixed into this plot with us.
I don't think we've been mixed in. This was the cause. Always has been. As I am you and you are me. And I am Zunathar.
As you do this, and to be clear, nothing happened when you did it, Stalker. Only when you do it, Moog. As you say this name for the third time, the whole room lights up and begins to shake. The stone statues begin to crumble and fall apart. The whole room is being destroyed. And then we hear a sickening snap, and Moog falls to the floor, unmoving. That is where we end today's episode.
Oh, I'm feeling low again. They said I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Oh, I'm feeling low again. They said I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know what hold you cheap me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know what hold you cheap me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know what hold you cheap.
The manifestation of otherworldly godhood has arrived.